Tonight on Oregon News, the E. coli outbreak at Chipotle restaurants has spread across 6 states, infecting more than 45 people. And we get a closer look at Life Flight Helicopter. Good evening and welcome to Oregon News. I'm Spencer Hurbis. Behind every headline, there's another story, and behind the extraordinary efforts to save the lives of the wounded in the wake of the shooting at Umpqua Community College, there was a team of dedicated professionals who were ready when the call came in. For many people, what happened in Roseburg was translated through press conferences, like the one at Riverbend Hospital in Springfield.
We have received 3 patients from Roseburg between the ages of 18 and 34, all women.
But what many don't know is the kind of preparation it took to bring those patients to the hospital. For the team of Life Flight Helicopter that transported one of the women, there are years of preparation and training, and hours of standing by in case they are needed.
So this is our office, if you will. The patients, so their head is here, and then their feet go down here.
Karen Charlton, a nurse with Life Flight, says when her team gets a call, they will be airborne in minutes.
We'll be there about 16:01.
And when they get to a hospital landing pad, the patient will be loaded almost immediately. Charlton says on the day of the Umpqua Community College shooting, her team was on its way to Roseburg just minutes after a dispatcher called from the Life Flight Communications Center.
We were told it was a trauma, but we had no information about what was going on, and that's very standard for how we operated.
Aboard the aircraft that day was a standard Life Flight team, a nurse, paramedic, and pilot. Charlton says she was impressed by the professional performance of her team as they tried to care for a gravely wounded student.
It was a moment of, this is a really, really, really bad day for her. And this person was just going to school and wondering and imagining how scared she must have been as things were going on, and just wanting to make sure that we brought as much compassion and caring and comfort as we could.
Life Flight is based in Cottage Grove. Their life-saving helicopters are dispatched to hospitals in Eugene, Springfield, Portland, Cottage Grove, and some smaller cities along the coast. In its mission statement, Life Flight lists safety as their top priority. Their stated goal is to meet all the challenges that come with transporting critically ill patients by helicopter to hospitals.
So we're deliberate in our actions and very intentional to make sure that everybody stayed safe while we were helping them out.
And they did what they set out to do. All the women transported from UCC made it to the hospital on time. 2 of them have been discharged. We will continue to keep you updated on the events at UCC. Coming up next, the E. coli outbreak at Chipotle restaurants has reached as far as the East Coast. Also, what sort of weather to expect this upcoming Saturday as the Oregon Ducks football team takes on USC. Stay tuned.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The E. coli outbreak at Chipotle restaurants has now spread across 6 U.S. states. 45 people have been affected by the outbreak nationwide. Out of those 45, 16 people have been hospitalized, but no deaths have been reported. Chipotle closed 43 restaurants in Oregon and Washington in late October after health officials discovered that most of the sick people in the outbreak had eaten at the same restaurant. This outbreak has caused Chipotle stock to drop more than 12%, the lowest it's been this year. Although Chipotle has reopened many of their restaurants, investigators have yet to determine what the specific ingredient was linked to the illness. Moving to your weekend weather forecast. Tonight, chance of rain. We should be seeing some slight winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour, but they're expected to pick up by tomorrow afternoon. Mostly sunny skies for Eugene and Springfield with a high of 50 degrees. Perfect weather for the second to last game of the season. That's it for your evening news update. Thanks for joining us tonight on Oregon News. I'm Spencer Hurbis. Have a great night, Eugene.